First, I want to congratulate the incredibly driven and resourceful group of human beings standing here next to me today as Modesto Junior College graduates, but not solely to congratulate them on a job well done, but rather on a journey well begun. In fact, I think it's fitting that we're not attending a graduation today, but a commencement ceremony. Why? Well, if you take a second and look up the word commencement like I did while writing the speech, you'll see that there's no better term for why we're here today. See, a commencement, according to Oxford Languages Dictionary, is the act of starting out, of blazing a bold new trail, because the suffix ment attached at the end of this word turns it into a noun, a thing, an activity, and a start. The word commencement can be used for the beginning of anything, from a business trip to a vacation to a marriage. So basically, anything that begins has a moment of commencement. See, and that's why we're here today. Not just to celebrate our collective excellence or to appreciate the fruits of our conscious commitment, but to pay homage to and celebrate the beginning of the rest of our lives and the freedom we enjoy as a result of our education at MJC. Because that's exactly what today is, day one of the rest of our lives. See, for all of us, in one way or another, our college education has freed us and provided us a new beginning. I began my college career as a high school dropout and a formerly incarcerated felon. By the time I was released from state prison, I was a few months shy of turning 22, and I had came to the conclusion that still holds true for me today. I was incarcerated way before I ever set foot in a jail cell. The problem is that when most of us think about incarceration, we think of it in the literal sense, being locked in a cage with four walls, no breathing room, and a toilet connected to the sink. And while this is one form of incarceration, it's not the only one. Because incarceration is a mental state just as much as it is a physical one. And in some way, shape, or form, we are all incarcerated. And if the definition of incarceration is forced confinement, then by definition of that word, college students whose first languages aren't English are confined and therefore incarcerated by their language barriers. Kids who want to become presidents and doctors but are dissuaded by parents who pressure them to be practical are confined and therefore jailed through the perceptions their families impose on them. And the minoritized of all races, ethnicities, religions, and genders who aspire to be great and take full advantage of the American dream, yet encounter prejudice and discrimination at every turn, are confined and therefore imprisoned due to institutional racism. See, prison isn't just an institution, it's a state of mind as well. For me, and for many of you, higher education has brought freedom. Higher education literally opens your mind to new ideas and the different perspectives of others, which in turn helps to free you from the boundaries placed upon you and harbored within you. As a society, we're jailed by our thoughts and the way we've been socialized, who we should be, how we should be, and when we should be it. Whether that be the expectations set on us because of the way we look or how we act, or uncontrollable factors like where we were born and how we grew up. Man, but in college, I learned that I was more than all of this. As Brian Stevenson, founder of the Equal Justice Initiative, once said, "You are more than your worst mistake." Through my classes, the engagement with peers, the support of dedicated teachers, mentors, and friendly staff, as well as programs like Emoja and Trio, I learned that I was more than my worst mistake. I can honestly say that college has freed my mental shackles and has helped me keep off the physical ones as well. Through educating me about the past and preparing me for the future, the importance and impact of engaging with our community and how vital higher education and college are to us here in Modesto, and the collective responsibility we have to become the change we want to see, as well as the representation we needed to see. My fellow graduates, sitting here today, you learned you are also more than your language barrier. You are more than the color of your skin. You are always more than your circumstances, and you are by far way more than what others think you are. We are not graduates who are way more than who we were when we first started college. And that's a freedom and beginning that we can truly celebrate with our families, friends, and otherwise support systems, because we all know it takes a village. So thank you to you, our family members, friends, peers, and mentors. Thank you as well to professors, like Marvin Jackson and Jesus Navarro, who saw us as more than just an assignment to grade or an institutional seat to fill. To instructors such as Tony Pacheco and Ariana Gonzalez for seeing us as more than just the late work we turned in. To experienced faculty such as Ruth Lumen and Lakeisha McDonald, who saw us as more than just a task to complete, but as humans to be nurtured and prepared for success. Thank you to counselors and specialists like Eric Ivory and Alicia Arceo, who see us as more than just bodies to be pushed through the system and provide equitable access to the resources needed to excel. Without you allowing us to be our best selves each and every day, always accommodating and understanding, there would be no us. Finally, without further ado, I want to thank all of you here for having the courage today to let me speak uninterrupted for this long. Thank you, and congratulations to Modesto Junior College's graduating class of 2023. We did it.